All right, I think I'm honestly just losing my mind. I need to talk about this. I doubt anyone cares, but I care, okay? Today we're going to be talking about an Apple exclusive game. A game that you can only play on Apple using their subscription service called Apple Arcade. And that game's name is Fantasian. Let's talk about it. Fantasian is a turn-based JRPG made by Mistwalker Studios, a game development studio founded by none other than Hironobu Sakaguchi. Now, you might have heard that name before. He's famous for creating a little series called Final Fantasy. Sakaguchi! And he's not the only big name involved in the project. The music composer for this game is none other than Nobuo Uematsu. You know that Final Fantasy track that you really love and you think is iconic? He's probably made it. Now, if you're a Final Fantasy fan, this combination might really hype you up until you remember that this is an Apple exclusive game that you can only play on Apple products. Now, I don't mean to hate on mobile games, okay? They're the future or whatever. I don't really understand it, but you know, a lot of these companies say so. But why are we limiting such potential to a very niche market? I don't understand. Okay, and now you might say, well, wait, this is a mobile game. It's probably not going to look that good, but it does look good. Players take on the role of Leo, who in the search for his missing father, finds himself in an alternate dimension called the Machine Realm. After an accident, Leo awakens in this unfamiliar realm with but one remaining memory, that of a girl named Kina, who brings him back to the human realm. Leo embarks on a quest to reclaim his memory, unraveling the mysteries of the bizarre mechanical infection slowly engulfing all that is known to mankind. Along the way, Leo enlists others for his missions, including a pair of robots, a magic-wielding princess, and the captain of the luxury airship Uzra. Alright, two things stand out to me in the premise. And the first thing is that it gives me a lot of Nier Automata vibes, especially with the theme and the world it's set in. Now, I personally never finished Nier Automata, but I really appreciated the world and the themes that it created as I was experiencing it. And I'm gonna guess anyone who's a fan of that series would probably enjoy the setting in this game. The second thing, which I find the most exciting, is that they're going for this memory loss angle with the main character. Now, that is not unique by any means. A lot of other games and movies and whatever kind of fiction has already gone down this route where the main character has memory loss or amnesia. But what gets me excited is the fact that I've recently played another JRPG made by the same studio by the name of Lost Odyssey, and the main character in that game has memory loss. He is an immortal who has lived for 1,000 years, but when the game starts, he has no recollection of those 1,000 years. And throughout the game, as you progress, you start unlocking his memories, and they appear in the form of a written flashback. And these written flashbacks are some of the most profound and beautiful writings I've ever seen in any video game, okay? And the way it keeps you hooked when you're reading is impressive. And if that is the level of writing they bring to this game from that angle of memory loss, I am already beyond hyped. Also, I highly recommend playing Lost Odyssey. If you have an Xbox, go do it, okay? Visually, the first thing that pops out to me are like the backgrounds, and I really couldn't tell you why, but they look very unique, and I've never seen graphics like that before. And I couldn't put my finger on it until I rewatched the trailer and I read the phrase in the very beginning of the first trailer, a diorama adventure RPG. All these backgrounds were physically made. They hired these movie set artists to make dioramas for the game, like physical ones, and then they captured it in the game and placed the 3D characters in those physical realms. It's insane. I've never heard of a game do that before. It's so innovative and new, and it's on an Apple product. I can't believe this. Oh my god. Okay, I'm getting pissed off as I'm talking about it. From what I've seen so far, the gameplay itself doesn't look that innovative. It is your classic turn-based RPG, but with like a targeting mechanic. You can hit enemies in a straight line or a curve. But what did stand out to me was a dimension mechanic. The way this mechanic works is when you're exploring a dungeon, turning on this mechanic will allow you to skip random encounters and store them so you can fight them at any time later while you're exploring the dungeon. Now there is a limit to how much you can store. You can store about 30 battles according to the trailer, but that's really cool. I think one of the worst things about turn-based RPGs is the random encounters, and being able to plan out your dungeon on how you want to explore it and when you want to fight your fights is a really cool and innovative way to approach one of the worst mechanics when it comes to turn-based RPGs. So kudos to them. I'm excited about that mechanic. On a final note, I'd like to mention that this might be the final collaboration we see between Sakaguchi and Uematsu. These two have created some of the best games I've ever played as a kid and some of the most memorable soundtracks I've heard in my life. I think I've loved every game they've collaborated on. So I find it really disheartening that this game is being released on a subscription service that is only limited to Apple products. It honestly breaks my heart. I really want this game to succeed, but I doubt it will because I don't think it's targeting the right market. So yeah, I feel very strongly about this, which is why I'm making this video. If anyone from Mistwalker Studios is watching, please, for the love of God, release this game on a console, preferably a Switch. I would love to play this game on a Switch. That's all I have to say. Thank you for watching the video. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And yeah, I'll see you guys later. Bye.